Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, meine Damen und Herren, señores y señoras, welcome back. It is game number 2 here in the quarterfinals number 2 for the 2v2. Quite a lot of twos in the mix here. Competo 2v2 Cup, and we are now on Tessona's Assault. Here in the top right we have Stree and his partner in crime, Regan, spawning on the top location here on Tessona's Assault, representing Team exL and Team TNT. Now with the new colors, let's just go for the red. Is now represented by, of course, Tripal and his ally Teresito. So 2v2 it is, and what are those guys doing right now? So I'm really curious. Looks like the gateway timing is about the same. Tripal's gateway was slightly faster, one probe faster than the gateway here of Regan. On the other hand, the Zerg players don't differ that much. The one big difference is that besides from the pool timing, Stree is one drone behind in terms of pool timing here for Teresito. Teresito decided to get not only his pool slightly faster, but he also had his extractor much faster. So with this extractor he of course will be able to get the speed links out a little bit sooner. And yesterday I was coming home back from watching some football. Schalke was able to win against Valencia. I'm happy for those guys, even though I'm not a huge fan of Schalke, but I mean, it's the team from my country, so why not? And I was a little bit drunk, but not too much, and then I decided, okay, it's time for me to get another copy of StarCraft 2, so now I have my own training account for Zerg only purposes. And I was really thinking about how should I name my new account, and then I finally realized it is enough letters, Andre.com, and now if you see Andre.com, this is me just playing Zerg on my trainings account on the European service. So, by the way, if you have any problems with the stream, check the stream out on Own3D TV, or check the low quality stream. This is so many people not realizing that 2.1 megabits is quite a lot, and still there are so many people not realizing this. Oh, I have a download running in the background. So there we see Teresito now moving out with some Zerglings here. I mean, we got one Roach, and that's about it in production for Stree. So he can use all of his Zerglings to attack, kill some drones, kill some Zerglings. Why not go right ahead? And indeed he's doing this now with the speed kicking in. There are the drones. Of course, drones trying to do some damage. He will be successful. Meanwhile, Teresito is trying to pick up a drone here, a drone there. But now with the Zealot and the Stalker arriving, Teresito has to move back, meanwhile allowing him to go for the hatchery, and this is really good. Apply some pressure with the really fast speed links to protect your hatchery, just distract your opponent's forces, and especially allow your ally to get up the 4 gates. Of course, the 4 gate play in 2v2 is quite an efficient way, and now I'm really in the mood to play some 2v2 as well. Well, you get so many strategies you can go for example, go 2v2, feed a Protoss player, he goes for 8 gate blink stalkers, proxy, double stargates, this nice strategy we saw by Aristeo and Cubit, just go for super fast speed links and then just take out a Zealot with some Hellions and an Overlord providing the vision and stuff like this. So many interesting possible strategies. And now all those Zerglings here by Teresito just moving in, and because of the fact that Stree only had those 3 roaches, those 3 roaches just have been taken out. Of course, Zerglings now have to retreat because 4 more roaches popping out, but the damage has already been done, and he's basically not allowing his opponents, Regan and our friend Stree, to just get a nice amount of forces up. Meanwhile, his ally Tripol is just getting more gateway units, and of course the gateway units by Regan here are not fast enough, and now he's just mixing it up with a Stargate. So 4-gate Stargate coming up by Regan out of run base, of course a little bit questionable here. And now the big question, of course, is how much more damage can Terracity do with the Zerglings here? So let's keep those Zerglings, let's follow those Zerglings around a little bit. But now Stree with the 2 Banelings, and of course 2 Banelings are more than enough to scare the shit out of infinite amount of Zerglings because of the splash radius. I tested it once, and once I was able just to kill 37 Zerglings with 1 Baneling. I mean, this was the best possible option, but you can kill quite a lot with quite less in terms of Baneling Roach. And the idea to add some Banelings here to the Roaches was very, very good, because now it scares out the shit of Terracity, like I already said. And now the good thing those 2 guys should do is go for an expansion right away, because those Banelings bought those 2 guys so much time. And what is the answer by Terracity? Nothing just yet. He's going for the Roach Roaring himself as well, and he's even, we see both guys going for some Spore Crawlers, because yes, do we have a Void Ray on the field? No, we do not have a Void Ray, but we do have some Phoenixes, and finally I found them. Here are those Phoenixes flying around. Let's take a look. How much damage will those Phoenixes be able to do? 1 kill on this Phoenix and not a single kill on the other Phoenix. But at least it was those 2 Phoenixes are good enough to force some Spore Crawlers, for some attention of their opponents. And this is once again a reason why they should expand. Now we see the expansion coming up here for Stray, but this is a little too late already in my personal opinion. But looks like Regan and Stree are now confident enough to move out. This little observer here by Triple just spotted all of those units, so let's continue to follow those units around a little bit. So here they are. It is Roach, Stalker, Phoenix, Zealot, Baneling, but so many Stalkers. Of course, Terracity can't really use his Banelings, but now all the Banelings are dead, and now, okay, 2 Banelings are still left. 1 Baneling is left over, and those Banelings took out quite a lot of forces. Now, those Phoenixes trying to lift up some more Stalkers, but in the end, I think the Stalker count for Triple might be a little bit too big, but once again, Regan taking out 2 more Stalkers here, 3 kills. For his remaining Stalkers. Meanwhile, Stree with his Roaches here now in the natural expansion of Terracity, just taking out more and more drones, some Roaches for Terracity to pop out here as well, but might not be good enough. And there we see Triple just blinking away with the Stalkers, but why is he moving back with his Phoenixes? All those Stalkers here are in the red. He could have done so much more damage, but looks like he's just assisting his buddy here at the natural expansion of Terracity. Queen moving down. Why he's moving down with the Queen? The Queen and the Roaches should be taken out pretty soon. Let's take a look at the health bar of those Stalkers once again, and now the Roaches for Stree are mainly gone, and Regan is just focusing down Roaches who get transfused. He should focus down here on this low HP Stalkers. He's not doing this, and those 2 guys could have done so much more damage. He hits the superior Stalker count by far as he was attacking Tripole space, and then he just pulled back for no apparent reason, and then this attack was being held off, but there's a big but. Those guys did some damage, and let's take a look at the statistics to see how much damage they were actually able to do. And there we see what's going on. Terracity is down to 11 harvesters. Meanwhile, his ally Tripole is at 33 harvesters. So all in all, a small lead in terms of economy here for Stree, even though it's still the same amount of bases. One base for the Protoss player, two base for the Zerg players, and Terracito and Tripol now going here for the counter attack. Let's take a look how much reinforcements were Stree and Regan able to accumulate right away. And now we see Regan going for the Nexus himself as well, but Tripol should rearrange this observer there in the back is not really helping out quite a lot. But now Tripol with his blink stalkers is able to blink over here. This is not how you should blink, because yeah, those three stalkers will take a while. A pylon going down, and now Zerglings, speed Zerglings coming in, and those two stalkers are trapped on the ground. He should take out the stalkers, but from the left and not from the right. So only taking out one stalker by meanwhile losing one stalker himself as well. Not the best micro here by Regan. But Regan, he is in the Masters League, having a roughly 3,000 points there. And now we see not only Regan is going, but Tripol is going for the expansion as well. And if you're playing with a Zerg player and you see your Zerg ally is going for the expansion, for example here on this map, don't worry about this creep spread. You will always be able to build your Nexus and a couple of buildings next to your Nexus. The only thing you need to worry about is if your Zerg ally actually decides to play some creep turrets here in this area, unless something else is happening. I mean, if this is not happening, you should be completely fine. So, Terracito trying to walk in here with some Zerglings. Is he able to do some damage? Looks like no. Maybe taking out the Queen, but there's a Baneling coming. The Baneling, of course, repelling those Zerglings, but bad. Why is he not using this Baneling? And why is he trying to run around and never follow Zerglings with a Baneling who does not have speed? This will not work out. This will never work out. Just stay on your position and you should be fine. So this other Queen by Stree has been taken out as well, so he needs to build two more Queens. And indeed, this is exactly what he's doing now. And he's also going for the Spire. Let's take a look. Did our friends spot the Spire here? Yes, they are aware of the Spire. And what is their response? A Forge and a robotics bay and more roaches? I'm not too sure about the decision to do that. But they have so many stalkers, and especially considering that the stalkers have the blink, the roaches not just yet finished with the speed upgrade, but the speed upgrade will be finished in the next 5 seconds, so no big deal there. And they just have more stuff right now. The supply count is looking so much better for Team TNT right now, so it now comes down to the better unit positioning here, but it looks like this will not be the case. Maybe the defender's advantage will help all those guys a little bit, but it's not looking too good. We see the supply count is dropping faster and faster for Team exL than it is dropping for Team TNT, and especially Tripol here with the micro of the blink stalkers, blinking those injured stalkers away, will force a GG out of Team exL, and Team TNT will advance here to the semi-finals in the Competo 2v2 Cup. We should see a GG any second now, and the decision of Stree to go for the Spire did not pay off. Stree leaving the game, Regan GGing out of the game, so congratulations Team TNT, 2-0ing Team exL here, and like I said, they advancing to the semi-finals, and there they will play against Team Empire in another best of 3 series. So congrats, and of course, I mean, Team exL, they didn't play too bad, but sometimes there was a lack of decision making, showing us that in the end they were not too experienced in 2v2. So let's just find out if the semi-finals start right away, and of course if they do, we will see more 2v2 action here on Team TNT against Team Empire coming up next. And someone in the chat, Franken just stated, kind of ironic for Team TNT to consist of a Zerg and a Protoss player. Nice thought there.